So, now I have a white background, nice and girly looking, in hopes that you guys can see. Now, taking my glasses off does two things. One, it helps so you can see my eyes. It helps me to look at them because they're beautiful. And two, it helps me think that I can't see. So, I told a fib. I said I wasn't going to do any more until found it. Until when? Until I got back on, but I couldn't help myself, and plus I kept making mistakes. So this is where we're at so far. So this is how you clip your bobbins. You clip your bobbins on you crochet, you take them off, you crochet one row, you clip them on, and then you flip. That's how you stay untangled. I don't do that because I'm lazy. Don't be lazy like me. Clip them on and flip, unless you want to be a tangle queen, which is time consuming. Okay, now I'm wasting time talking about that. So let's go on. I was originally going to, I don't remember where I left off at. Oh, found it. Found it. I was originally going to talk about nonsense stuff, but I can't seem to help myself. So, I am here, 10, row 13. I'm finishing up row 13. My bobbins are in my way, and you can't see what I'm doing when they're in the way. So, I'll probably crochet until I get tangled again, or tangled to a point that I can't get tangled anymore. So, I did some color changing. I did some clipping without hiding the ends, because like here there's only 2, there's only 3 to hide it in, and sometimes it doesn't get a good foundation, so I hid it, but I'm going to weave it in much later, because again, I'm lazy and I just like doing that all at the same time. Partially because sometimes there's like a little piece, and I don't want to here, there's another one. I don't want to cut it off when I should be weaving it in. So in some ways it's because I'm lazy, in other ways it's to help me out. To help me out. To help me out. One fine day. I don't know. I need to sing more songs, so if you have any song suggestions, you can send it to me in a comment. And if I can't sing them, then I'm sorry. Or if I sing them badly, again, I'm sorry. There will be a lot of laughter. That's just me forgiving myself for singing bad notes, because I really don't like the sound of singing bad notes. Now, finishing row 13. You see I'm going faster. I'm able to go faster now. Let's hide this little section. Now this little silly string here, I'm hiding it under these two. I can do one of two things. I can leave it hanging out. Look up against me. I can leave it and just crochet it into the border, whatever the border is going to be, or I can twist it around and hide it some more, which I'll probably do. I don't like hiding things in the border. So, where am I at? 13. Yeah, 13. I've already started the X, so I'm here. So I need 4 blue, not that you can see that well, and 2 tan, and 3 6, 9, 11 of those, of the cornmeal. Again, when you do not follow the rules of the bobble stitch, where it's one bobble, one single crochet, one bobble, one single crochet, always. You have to account for that missing single crochet somewhere. This is what makes it hard for somebody to follow my pattern unless I write it out if I'm doing a bobble, because my count was off by 1 because I didn't follow that rule. So I had to add 1, and I had added it here. But you constantly have to add and take away when you're doing a bobble and coming from a bobble if you don't follow the bobble rule. I just really don't like any bleed over on this side or on that side, unless I do it on purpose. Because I have to be difficult. I can't be simple. I have to be difficult. That's me pulling a bobbin. That extra sound. I don't know what else I have to say. But you can see I'm going faster. I'm switching colors. And talking about nothing, and I have to yawn. Excuse me. Okay, so this is the same distance as that one. Sometimes I don't like counting, but I know I do need to stop and count at some point just to check that I have 120. And if I don't, I need to add a stitch or take away a stitch. More likely I have to add a stitch somewhere. Sometimes it's because of I don't follow the bobble rule, and sometimes it's because somehow I skipped a stitch somewhere. And yes, I should have been much further done, but I kept messing up. And I kept taking it out, and I kept messing up, and I kept taking it out. So I just chose not to do it on camera. And then I couldn't stop myself from continuously crocheting, because once I start a project, I cannot help but to finish it. I didn't used to be that way. I used to procrastinate and put it down, but because there's so much going on with these particular projects, I don't get bored as fast as I used to. Like making a regular blanket used to bore the life out of me. Messing up my bobbles. Okay. One bobble. Ha 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 ha. Now, because I know that I'm going to need 2 strings eventually, and I don't want to waste yarn, and I don't want to add on, take out, add on, take out. You see, I don't know if you saw what I did. So I just dropped this red, and I picked up this red. So I'm switching strands, not colors. I'm switching strands. So when I get up here in the X, I already have a string here and a string over there. It'll be a tiny bit of waste of yarn, but it's better to do that way, in my opinion. Again, my opinion, than to cut it. To me, cutting it, you're wasting less. I mean, you're wasting less. You're wasting more, because you have you know, these thingies that you got to tuck in and hide. So you're wasting more yarn. I don't like wasting yarn because I'm poor. I'm poor. Wasting is not a smart idea. Even if I wasn't poor, it's not a smart idea to be wasteful. Let's go back to my Tangle Queen. Bad idea about being a Tangle Queen. It's a good and bad idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 14. Or maybe it's 15. Whatever. The bad idea about being a Tangle Queen is when your yarn gets so tangled up together, they tend to share some of their fabric with one another, which can be a pain because then you have red inside of your white, blue inside of you get a mixture of colors. What's good about it is it can give the project more character, which makes it hard to copy. It makes it look like an original. I don't often use, well, let me rephrase that. I do often use big scissors because I never remember that I have small ones. I prefer to use small scissors. Because I prefer to have one thing of scissors. I am so random. I'm sorry, that's just how I am. I'm very random. If you can handle my randomness, then that's good. So I like using these small pair of scissors. Sometimes I carry smaller ones if I can find them, but I think I lost them. Because of the wonderful things he does. Okay. Is when you have little sections like this little sucker here, sometimes smaller, it's easier to cut with smaller scissors so you can see what you're cutting and you don't cut what you don't want cut and make a hole in your work on accident. So I recommend using smaller scissors, especially or specifically for that. Oh, I can talk today. That is wonderful. Oh, I have no idea how far I'm supposed to be going because I wasn't paying attention. Okay, just to the white. I no longer know how much time it took me to get to here because 8. Again, excuse me, because of all my mess ups. And I took it out like 3 or 4 times, or 5 or 6, I don't even remember, but I was getting very frustrated. And I don't know why I was making so many mess ups. But I was messing up like crazy. Okay, let's count as we go back. Since it's all just going backwards. If you want your work to be as neat as possible, and if you get little quirky knots and such in it, it adds to the character, or you can cut them out. It's up to you. I like character. 2, 3, 4, 6, excuse me, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. Already getting tangled. Okay, so we're just going to boringly count. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Counting is making this more difficult for me. Okay. 23, 24. Contagious. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. Goodness. 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. Sorry, this is so boring. I think I'm one off. 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, oh, yo, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 2, 3, 4, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, go away, 14, oh, excuse me, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Just like I thought, I'm one off. So, I will put it back over here. Can't seem to keep that one in. I keep losing it. That's okay. I lose it in the bobble somehow. Oh, I know how I lose it. I lose it when you go from empty space between the bobble. Not that you can see that. You go from empty space in between the bobble. Okay, we'll go back to the view. Well, we'll do here, so you can see that. This empty space, I put the extra stitch in here, in the blue. Here also. But when you do a line that doesn't have the empty space in between, that's where I keep losing that stitch. It just doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't, I lose it. It doesn't make sense, but I lose it. I'm about to do something wrong. Yes, I am. Okay, the color is completely gone now. Oopsies. Oopsies. Switch over. Now I'm on this row, up here, with none of this color at all. This color is gone. I can cut it off. No more trout gold. So just all his skin on his face, neck. Oh, it's almost time for my babbling to be over. I want to know if I can finish talking through this project. I think what I know I need is an actual camera so I can do an actual recording, and I can fast forward where I want to fast forward to where you can still see how the work is coming out as I'm going along. And when I come up against problems, I can slow it down and tell you about said problems that I come up against, so you can learn from those problems. And I think that's what I need to do. But I will take any suggestions, because I obviously have no idea what I'm doing. At all. But I want to keep trying. Until I come across my next challenge. Tangle Queen. I have not clipped them back on and turned them on. Turn them on. Ooh, let me turn you on. Turn them around yet. That's funny. Time to hide some. Sorry, you cannot see what I'm doing. I'm just not holding it up. Because you like looking at my lovely face. Even I laugh at myself. I have like permanent smile lines from when I was younger. They're just like permanent. have a song stuck in my head, but I don't know all the words. I see us in the park, strolling the summer days, of imaginings in my head, and words from the heart, told only to the wind, of even without being said. I don't wanna bore you with my problem, but there's something about your love. I'm gonna add the extra one right here. Oopsies. That makes me weak and knocks me off my feet. There's something about your love that makes me weak and knocks me off my feet. Knocks me off my feet. And I don't wanna bore you with me. Oh, but I love you, I love you, love you. I don't wanna bore you with me. Oh, but I love you, I love you, I love you. More and more. I'm getting boring. Yarn is coming up my nose. Yarn up my nose. I have nothing to add to this conversation. Got about 3 minutes. Whereas before it took me forever to finish off 3 minutes. I can do 3 minutes. Actually, I can finish this before 3 minutes. Because it's easier to hold now, because it's longer. I'm not worried about it falling apart as much. I am worried about what I just did. Oopsies. I put a hook inside of a piece that I wasn't supposed to and grabbed it, so it made it a little loose. But I hit it, so it's all good. Okay, so I'm at the end of this, and we went from that row, so we finished about a row and a half. I added a stitch here, so I will count to make sure everything is the right number of stitches. No, this is 6, make sure it's 6, which it is. Make sure it's supposed to be 6, which it is, and I will go on from there. Yes, that's what I will do until the next. Now it's time to say goodbye until the next time, when I will count that out and finish this row. But this is where I'm so far. You got the Q and almost half, about half of the X. By the time I wake up tomorrow, this X should be done. Yeah, we'll do some more of it in a little bit after I take a break and pretend like I'm doing something else, like cleaning the bathroom, because I don't want to do it. I'd rather crochet. But this is going to be big. Her arms are going to be tired if she holds this sucker up. So yeah, I need to know what kind of border to make, how simple to make it, and what color. Maybe navy blue. We shall see.